Hello and welcome to the winners announcement for the Brick Train Awards 2020. We've got quite a lot to get through, so we'll make a start shortly. Just got some information for you. So we've had 732 entries across all regions, which is probably quite a bit more popular than we thought it would be overall. And we'll try and keep sharing some of the entries over the coming weeks for you as well. Entries were split into 4 regions. So we had the Americas, including USA, Canada, and South America. We had Asia, including China and Korea, India, Pakistan, and Japan. And we had Australasia, including Australia and New Zealand. And then Europe, including UK, Germany, Netherlands, France, Greece, and Spain, Italy, all of those countries, of Poland as well. In terms of categories, we had 10 categories in each, and they were best steam locomotive, best diesel locomotive, best electric locomotive, best other locomotive, best passenger wagon, best freight wagon, best TFOL model for teenage fans of Lego, best Lego group display, best Lego individual display, and best Lego structure. So I will pass over to Cale, who's going to announce the winners of the Americas regions.
Oh, sure. Start with me first. All right. Well, the awards for the Americas are as follows. For Best Steam Locomotive, we had the Chicago, Burlington, and Quincy Class 01A Mikado by Michael Bradley from the USA. For Best Diesel Locomotive, we have the Bangor and Aztuk, I always mess that up, diesel locomotive from Alex Geary. He's also from the USA. Best Electric Locomotive is Trolley 153 from William Fong from the USA. Best Other Locomotive is the O-Gauge Lego Train from Ben Koifman from USA. Best Passenger Wagon is the Amtrak Amfleet 2 coach from Andy, I may mess this name up, Tangeroon from the USA. The Best Freight Wagon is the Thrall All-Door Boxcar from Monty Smith from the USA. For Best TFOL Model, we have the New Haven EP5 electric locomotive from Conrad Schlenker from the USA. Best group display goes to the Texas Brick Railroad layout from the Texas Brick Railroad Club from Texas, USA. Best individual display goes to the 2020 city layout from Tim Howell from the USA. And then best structure is Rural Frisco Depot from Bradley, I'm also going to mess this name up, Kluzek from the USA. And
thanks, Cal. We're going to move on to the Asian region next, and Hugh from Brickset.com has kindly agreed to present those for us.
Okay, I'll run through the list.
Hello, this is producer Matt here. Just a quick correction, the best steam locomotive is actually the DBR BR18.4 steam locomotive from Katsuki Matsubara from Japan.
Best diesel locomotive, JNR's DMU Class 81 by Sakiyama, also in Japan. Best electric locomotive is Japanese National Railways 583 Series EMU by Orient Minsky in Japan. Best other locomotive, Sapporo City Tram 240 Series by Katsusaki Matsubara in Japan. Best passenger wagon, Classical Railroad Post Office van by Sakiyama in Japan. Best freight wagon is JNR Snowplow by Takayuro. You'll have to excuse my pronunciation. I think it's Takuro Okubo in Japan. The best TFOL model is the JR West 125 series by, you've made this very difficult for me, this category, haven't you? I think it's Higa Shibatsa in Japan. The best group display is the Tokyo City displayed at the 2019 Japan Model Railroaders Convention by Sakayama in Japan. Best individual display is the Old Bridges of Yusugoji Pass by Yamati in Japan. And finally, the best structure is Aizen Electric Railway Kumara Station by Katsusaki Matsubara, again, who's in Japan.
Great, thank you. And we did give you the hardest job as well. Sorry
You
about
did,
that.
yes.
We're going to pass over to Ryan now for the Australasian winners.
Thank you. So, yeah, it was a tough decision, but our best steam locomotive, Danny, is the P2 Prince of Wales that was submitted by Samuel Sims. The best diesel locomotive was from Andrew McPherson, the ANR 500 class. Our best electric locomotive, the Extrapolis multiple unit from Chris Grogan, also from Australia. Sorry, yeah, the other two guys also from Australia. The best other locomotive was the narrow gauge Climax geared loco submitted by Alexander McCook, also in Australia. The best passenger wagon, Spirit of Progress, the observation coach from Tona Stavey, also Australian. Slightly over the shore from New Zealand, we got our best freight wagon from Russell Frampton, the Priestman Crane, quite a detailed large-scale unit. Our best TFOL model was a K-class built by Oscar van den Berget. I think I probably pronounced that incorrectly, sorry mate. Also from Australia. Best group display was a MLTC display, which is just huge, the Melbourne Lego Train Club. And the best individual display was Damien Grates' Roundhouse, who's over in South Australia in Australia, obviously. And our best structure was from Nino Savonia, which is actually New York's Grand Central Station.
Great, thank you, Ryan. And our last category is Europe, and we have Arjun here, aka Arjun Almighty on YouTube, to read us the European winners.
Yeah, the best steam locomotive is the German Express locomotive BR01 05-001 by Thomas Wepler in Germany. The best diesel locomotive is the PKP ST43 by Maciej Driwicka. It's a Polish name. I can't speak Polish, but I hope I didn't mess it up. The best electric locomotive is the Alstom Pendolino ED250 PKP Intercity by Mateusz Waldowski from Poland. The best other locomotive is the Railbus by Christoph Ellermann, Germany. The best passenger wagon is the Plan D passenger wagon from Erwin Jacobs in the Netherlands. And the best freight wagon is the GATX tanker wagon from Mateusz Waldowski, Poland. Hey, I've seen that name before. He's also the winner from the electric locomotive. So he won 2 times. That's cool. Best T4 model is the Runde Stolget from Nikolai Nissen from Denmark. The best group display is the Deutsche Bahn Bahnbetriebswerk from Julius Thijssen and Simon Jacobi. The best individual display is the Odense Banegert from Dennis Thompson of Denmark. And the best structure is the blast furnace from Ivana Strijbos from the Netherlands.
Great, thank you, Arjun. That's great. So we will be in touch by email with the winners to arrange delivery of your prizes from the sponsors. Thank you to everybody for entering, and we still have the global award winners to announce, which I am going to read through, and we've been discussing before we started recording this. So the global winners of the Brick Train Awards 2020 are for Best Steam Locomotive, the P2 Prince of Wales by Samuel Sims in Australia. The Best Lego Diesel Locomotive is the Bangor and Aroostook Diesel by Alexander Geary in the USA. The Best Electric locomotive is the Alstom Pendolino ED250 PKP Intercity by Maciej Waldowski in Poland. The best other Lego locomotive is the narrow gauge Climax geared locomotive by Alexander McCook in Australia. The best Lego passenger wagon is the Amtrak Amfleet 2 by Andy Tangeroon in the USA. The best Lego freight wagon is the GTA X tanker wagon by Maciej Waldowski in Poland. The best TEFL model was the JR West 125 series by Y Higashibata in Japan. The best Lego group display was the MLTC display, so the Melbourne Lego Train Club display in Australia. The best Lego individual display was the 2020 City by Tim Howell over in the US. And the best Lego structure award goes to Yvonne Schrijbos for the blast furnace, and she's in the Netherlands. So those winners will be getting some additional prizes sent to them depending on their region. So thank you to all of our sponsors, including Trick Bricks. We also have prizes from Brick Track and Brick Model Railroader, Brick Train Depot, and Tech Brick in the UK, who have sponsored some prizes for LNUR to give away, which we'll deal with separately because we haven't judged those yet, haven't had time. And a shout out to the Brick sponsors as well. So each award winner will get a special Brick Train Awards 2020 winner brick sent with their prizes. So Brick Model Railroader kindly sponsored that in the US and the Americas. The Big Brick sponsored that in Australasia, and Europe and Asia are sponsored by LNUR for those bricks. And there's Ryan showing off some of the bricks he's got ready to send out. Hopefully he'll send those all out, and we'll just keep them on his own display. So
my submission for the best freight wagon. Sorry, that's got winner written all over it.
The clues in the name. So thanks to everybody who has entered and commented and shared things on Facebook and Twitter and Instagram. We will, alongside these videos on the BMR and LNUR YouTube channels, we'll also be announcing them on the website bricktrainawards.com, and they'll be published sometime after 1800 hours BST on Friday the 17th of July. And just a special last shout out to the Twitter user known as J7A4, who spent quite a lot of their last few weeks translating some of our Brick Train Awards tweets into Japanese to help other contestants enter, which is probably why we saw so many Japanese winners in the Asian region, I would imagine. So thanks for listening, and we look forward to seeing your comments about the winners in due course.